빛을 쏟는 sky 그 아래선 꿈꾸듯이 fly My life is so beautiful
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I thought it'd be fun if I took you guys on a little tour around the new map Busan, which is now available on the PTR or the public testing server. And I know a lot of you don't have access to the PTR, so I thought it'd be cool to show you around and show you just what the new map looks like. So yeah, make yourselves comfortable, sit back and relax, and let's get started. Alright guys, so this is the first stage of the Busan map, and this is called Downtown. So obviously downtown Busan. So I'm starting in the blue team's spawn area, and as you can tell by all this is what is known as a PC bang, which is basically like a LAN, an internet cafe, or as you will. We have a lot of those here in Sydney, Australia, and they're pretty popular. Basically they have these really high-end expensive gaming PCs that you can pay a fee to play on, and they're really popular. I'm not sure if it's as popular in your country, but let me know down below. Just as a fun Easter egg, did you guys know that this DDR machine is actually playable? So if you step on it, notice how it starts, right? So you can actually, you can actually play it, and I thought that was really cool. I'm unco, so I don't think I'm getting this, but you get the gist. I don't know if you can actually finish the game, but anyway, that's a cool little Easter egg. So now let's get moving. Now I do have my movement speed set at 150% just so I can move quicker through the map. Obviously the backdrop, we have the skyscrapers and everything there, and obviously Diva is the hero of the city as we saw after the animated short, so she's on all the screens and everything. Now as we venture down the path here, this reminds me a lot of when I went to Seoul. So there was a lot of alleyways and a lot of shops, as well as like stairs and things like that, and a lot of like back entrances, and you get the gist, and that's pretty much the vibe of South Korea. What makes this stage so special is that it's set in the middle of a bullet train platform, which actually reminds me a lot of the movie Train to Busan, if any of you have seen that. Now this little space here is the actual control point itself, which is obviously the objective of the map, so this is the area that you're going to try and contest and ultimately take control of. Moving up, this is the little area in front of the theater, and we have the theater here. This reminds me a lot of the theater in, what do you call it, Hollywood. You got your movie posters and everything. This is the Busan, what's it called, International Theater or something? I don't remember. Yeah, it is. So that's that. I can't read Korean, so I don't know what these shops are, but I'm assuming something. There's a little truck. Oh my god, that's making me thirsty. So obviously that's a drink store, which is literally everywhere in Korea, and you can pretty much get whatever you want from there, milk teas, slushies, fruit drinks, and damn, I really want one right now. Before we move on, let's just quickly check out the bullet train station, or is it called maglev? I think they're the same thing, I'm not sure. But anyway, so here we have the platform. Obviously it's very bright and sunny, which looks very nice. We have our huge LED tower that's basically telling us all the times of the trains and when they're going to arrive, and obviously that's not accurate because that's just there for entertainment purposes. And I guess this is the platform that you get on the train on, and fun fact is you get killed if you jump off. Damn it, I wanted to be like run over by the train, but I guess that's not possible. Anyways, now before I show you guys the other stages of this map, I want to show you a cool little Easter egg you can do with Reinhardt. Now if you're in the red spawn, this is obviously a karaoke room, which is very popular in Korea. You can actually interact with the microphone and sing karaoke. Okay, I didn't know this was the voice auditions, but okay. So anyway, that's not available for the other characters as yet, but I'm sure that they're going to implement that as well. So that's really cool, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. Now moving on to the next stage. Alright, so this next stage is the Mecca Bass. Now, we all saw this in the animated short. This is where Diva was defending against the Omnics. Now, this is the red team spawn. If you can't tell already, and I'm sure you saw it in the short, basically Diva has these other team members who are also mech pilots, and they're all color-coded. This is really cool. It reminds me of the Power Rangers, and you can actually go into Diva's room here. And let me just get rid of this mech so I can roam more freely. So in her room, you got all these trophies, which are obviously all the tournaments and things that she won. You've got a little Diva branded, I assume that's like a bag or something, with the word nano on it, and I'm assuming that's what it says in Korean. And obviously this is her little abode in the mech station, and that's her computer there where she does all her streaming and stuff and playing the video games. And you got a little Diva poster there and her little joystick, which I think is awesome. And back on the other side here, we got this screen and they're playing some sort of fighting game, which I think is really cool. And I'm assuming that's Diva's little beanbag chair. Oh, and just as a little fun fact, this thing is actually like filled with water or something, and it's very squishy, and I want one right now. Alright, so onto the actual station. Now, this reminds me a lot of Horizon Lunar Colony, and the way that it's built, but I actually think this is a lot even more fancier than that. Like, it looks sickening. Now this obviously is the scene from the movie where Diva was flying out to defend the station against the Omnics with the tentacles. And this is the control point, I'm assuming, well it is, that you're meant to contest. I don't know what this underground area is, so I'm assuming it's just like the bottom of the station, or bottom of the base, and you can jump out and die obviously. Moving on, oh, so that's the blue spawn, which doesn't look as exciting as the red spawn, unfortunately. Go out here, we've already seen this area. There's some words in Korean which I don't understand. Feel free to translate for me in the comments. And up here we've got like a sort of control center, I'm assuming. And we have these pods here which I'm assuming is some sort of escape pod that the pilots use, or something like that, to control their mechs. I don't know. Anyways, on top of that, we have these seats and these control panels here, which I'm assuming the admin or like the support staff use to control the ship or the base. And then we have this tunnel, which I'm gonna jump down. Ooh. So I don't know if you remember that cut or that scene from the short where you had Diva and the other pilots in their own little mechs, and obviously these are the prototypes of like the actual mechs belonging to the other pilots, and they all have their own colors, which is pretty cool. So Diva's isn't here, but I'm assuming hers is pink. Which one is your favorite? I can't decide. I don't remember whose is who. I think this is Demon's and this is... don't remember. They all look really sick. I actually really like this blue one. Can you imagine if these were all playable in game somehow? That would be amazing. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for the Mecca Bass, so let's move on to the last and final stage of the map. Alright guys, last but not least, we have the sanctuary stage of this map, which is obviously, you know, put here to showcase, you know, the more traditional aspects of the Korean culture. And just as a fun fact, if you guys remember, a modified version of this spawn room was actually used as the backdrop for the menu during the Lunar New Year events in 2017 and 2018. So that's just a fun little fact. Now, oh, should we explore a bit here? There's not much to see here. It's like a temple. I'm not too familiar with Korean culture or history, so please correct me if I say anything that's incorrect. We've got a bicycle stand out here, and then we have like this this little pathway that goes to the control point. On the left here we have this little traditional, I don't know what room this is, but when I went to Korea there were rooms like this where you just sat on the ground and like prayed or something, I don't know. And of course here we have a memorial stone. Now what the text on the stone says is fallen once forever will be remembered, or if we sort of rejig it a bit, it says those who have fallen will forever be remembered. Now I think that's a really nice sentimental touch. I think it's to commemorate those heroes who have fallen in the battle against the Omnics, and I think it's a really nice tie-in to the animated short that we just saw. So here in the center of the control point is a traditional Korean drum, which is called a buk, or is it? I don't know how you pronounce it. Okay, it's B-U-K. And on the drum you have the traditional Tai Chi symbol, but this time it's the Korean version of it, so it's called a Taeyeon. I'm sorry if I pronounced that correctly. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce Korean. And yeah, it's pretty nice. Hey. And here we have a viewpoint overlooking the beautiful ocean, and from here you can actually see the Mecca Bass. Now the way these control maps work is that basically all three stages are in the same proximity of each other, and you should be able to see the other stages from any given stage. For some reason you can only see the Mecca Bass from this sanctuary stage, which is fine. I'm assuming the city is somewhere behind the mountains. Anyway guys, that's it for my little showcase of the new map, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did making this video. I know it's a bit different, and I didn't want to just do like a gameplay because then you can't really appreciate the detail that's gone into the map, which there is a lot of. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're excited for this map, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.
모든 게 자리를 찾아서